Digital slot car racing.
So the coolest thing at Big Boys with Cool Toys is the digital slot car set that we have set up in the showroom, made by Carrera. This track right here is actually made up of one track plus some accessory pieces, plus some optional pieces that are switch lanes for the new digital part, where you can actually run 6 cars on it plus a ghost car. I'm going to explain what that means in 1 second when we get to that. Here's all the accessories and all the slot car stuff we have available. Let's get into how the slot car and the new slot car digital stuff works. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some of the digital cool stuff that's what's part of the new digital track from Carrera. So one thing, you can turn the lights on and off on the cars. Pretty neat. You can also set braking, so as the car goes, it'll either coast, you can set it, or you can set it for different speeds for different level of players. So anywhere from kids or beginners all the way up to expert people, you can set certain speeds so they only have a certain amount of trigger. I'll show you that in a minute. But here's the switch lane feature. Let's show you that. So as you're going around the track, you actually press this trigger that's right here. I'm going to show you right here on the controller. Right here you press this button, and as you come up to the switch lane, it switches in, so you can pass people, get cut in front of people if you're racing in teams. We'll switch again over here. And you can throw as many of these switches in as you can, and these are the optional accessories that are on the wall. So this is one of the coolest features with this digital new set. You can actually set a pace car. You can individually set your speed for the car at increments of 10%. So this is 10, you switch it 20, 30, 40, all the way at 100%. So that based off the skill level of the driver, you know, you give them a certain amount of speed, and they'll be able to push the trigger only 10% and use 10% of the track's power. There's also braking, so if you set the braking as well, you can set the braking, and how you set the braking is the same thing, in 10% increments. If you set 100% brakes, the car will come to a dead stop as soon as you get off of the trigger. Okay? Then there is also fueling. There's a pit lane, so there's realistic fueling. So if you don't go into the pits, you will lose power, and it won't count as laps, it will just cut your power to half, which is a cool aspect of refueling, and I'll get into that in a minute. And the code button, which actually sets up your regular cars, so you could set it at, let me just set that braking. 1 is to set individual drivers, up to 6 drivers. 2 is actually to set ghost cars, which I'm going to explain in a minute. And 3 is to set up the pace car. There's even a pace car option as well, and I'm going to get into all of those in a second. Okay, setting up a car. Turn the track on. Put your desired car on the track. Then you press the code button. Goes to 1. That programs an individual driver. Pick up the controller. Hit the switch. Your lights will flash. And it's ready to go. Same thing when you put the next car on. Remove the 1 car. Put the next car on. Pick code. Go to 1. Press the button, the trigger button, and it's ready to go as well. Now programming a ghost car, and we're going to show you what the ghost car does. Turn on the unit, go to code. It's going to be the second light right here. With the code button, you press the button so that it indicates. Make sure there's not multiple cars on the track at this time, because then they'll be programmed to the same feature if they're on the track. So what you do is when that is set and you've pressed the button already, you give it some throttle, set the speed that you want, and as soon as you get to the desired speed that you want, press the button again, and it is set and hands-free. Here's your ghost car. It automatically switches lanes at random, and you can set it, as I showed you, at whatever speed you want. If you'd like to program another one, you can program one more as well. So we've already programmed this one. Let's put that one down, put this one down, and we already have our one that we've already programmed that's ours, which is this one, and I'm racing against the 2 ghost cars now. And while those ghost cars go around, they switch lanes, they'll come up, catch me here, and you can start racing against the ghost cars. And that's how the ghost cars work. You can run multiple ghost cars at one time. So the other night, me and one of the other staff members were trying this out. We had two of us, two people playing, and we had 4 ghost cars running, as we call them, kind of traffic cars getting in, and we set them at different speeds. So even if you're by yourself at home, you can still play, throw 2-3 cars on and play by yourself, or even if you have company, you can even kind of create traffic. Okay, so now one of the coolest features which you can buy is pit lane, which is over there. We've installed pit lane over there, and this car we're going to demonstrate the driver's display that actually shows you the realistic way of driving, and if you run out of fuel, what happens. So let's drive around the track. We're almost pressing full tilt. We're set at 20% power. This is 20% power. And as we drive around the track, the fuel starts getting lower. We've set this so you only do about like 3 laps, and it will show you almost empty. Okay, so if we take a look at the car now, see the car starts flashing, we're out of fuel. So at this point, I'm pressing full power, and as you see, we're down to half speed now. So people are able to pass you. So you got to really pay attention to your fuel gauge if you set the fuel on. Press the trigger, pull into the pits, and if you come over here, it shows you right here you've done 1 pit stop, and to refuel, you press the button, and as you hold the button, you get fueled up. And then you pull out of the pits, and you have your full power again. That's pit lane and the realistic fueling. The realistic fueling button right here, which it has just regular on fuel, which what we showed you. Realistic fuel also will give you more power as you get lighter. If you drive and you have less fuel in your car will actually get faster. That's a realistic aspect of that. Okay, so now we're going to actually show you a simulated race with all of the ghost cars and how to use the staging lights. Also, I do have the tower on here that shows the pole position and how many laps, but unfortunately ghost cars do not count on the pole position. Only people that are driving real humans, not the ghost cars, show up on the pole tower right there, the position tower I should say. So, we've pressed the start button, all the lights go on, all the lights will turn off and slowly light it back up, and when they go off one more time, everybody will get going. I have the pace car at the back, or we call it the safety car, and that will pull into pit lane when the race starts. Okay, so here's the lights, and the race starts. Okay, say there's a crash, we push a pace car button, the pace car comes out, and just a rule of thumb between friends and other drivers, nobody passes the pace car while it's out so that the other person can go and flip their car back over. Press the pace car button right here on the control board one more time, and when he comes back around, he will pull into the pit lane. And that is Carrera Digital. So just the last thing I wanted to show you is the 1/32 scale. More popular cars, and a lot more cars out there in this size than the 1/24 scale. But the track that we're using, it can be used for both of them. The only difference is that these shoulder pieces right here, you might want to purchase a bunch of shoulder pieces for the 1/24 cars. So if they do drift around the track, they can slide out around the track and have some more room. Or you can buy shoulder pieces here, which is a little less expensive, and put the guardrails all up around the corners. I've set this one just to be a ghost car, so you can see this one move around the track a little. Check out the drifting on the final corner. There you go. Nice drifting. One more time we'll show you that drift around the corner there. Oh, switch back and forth, switch inside-outside lane there. One more time, here we go. There's a nice drift. So, there you have it. There is the 124 scale, 132nd scale track from Carrera and most of the accessories. Come into the store and we'll show you all the rest of the accessories and other features that offer Carrera and all the other expansion packs and different track layouts that are offered. Thank you very much for joining me. Talk to you soon.
These are a few of the 132nd Carrera digital tracks that are available, and there are many more to choose from. Come into the store and check out our vast variety of different options. These kits are 143rd scale that are a little lower in price point as well available. We start off showing you here the 143rd scale cars, digital and analog, and move into the digital 132nd scale cars. And at the bottom of this cabinet, we see the 124th scale digital cars. Come in, check it out, and ask for a staff member to show you how this track works.